Her phone starts freaking ringing. I bit the shit out of my tongue. I don't know what the hell I did. Now I'm talking weird. So I'm using this moisturizer before I start. I know I should start getting into primers, but I don't really have a primer that I like. I've tried this e.l.f. one and I hate it. Like, it makes my makeup look cakey. I'm just gonna get into a story. I'm not gonna really be telling you guys what products it is. I'm just gonna link them all below so you guys can do it, because I can't multitask. So anyways, let's call him Ted, because Ted is a really easy name for me to remember. So this was back just after high school. I was getting more into like the club scene or whatever, and I was clubbing a lot. So I met him through a mutual friend. I've been trying this Nars foundation. It's the Radiant Longwear in the color, this is in color Carcass medium dark 3.3. It is so amazing. Like, so anyways, so I met Ted through a friend, whatever, and we started clubbing together. And right when I got out of high school, I started working as a bottle service girl. So when I would get off of work, he would say, hey, if you ever feel too tired to go to work, you can come over to my house. Now I know what you're thinking, like, we actually chilled a couple times after the club. Me and my friend had went, and my friend was always there. We always had a good time, and I started to gain trust for him because he wasn't, like, he was giving me the vibes that he was a gentleman. Like, he wasn't like all over me. Like, you know how some guys could be very like touchy or very like they want you to know that they're interested. Like, he wasn't like that. He was really like sincere and genuine. Like, if you want to stay over, because he knew that I lived an hour away from downtown and I did not want to make that drive sometimes, and he was like, if you ever get too drunk or if you need a place to crash, just crash. And at first I was a little skeptical about it, but his genuineness, like the tone of his voice was really sincere. So whatever, I would stay the night. And then long story short, you know, I started sleeping over a couple of times and nothing happened. Like, he would literally like be a gentleman about it. Like, nothing would, like, he wouldn't even try to touch me. He wouldn't try to throw on Netflix, nothing. I've never had somebody, you know, have that much patience. So it really got to the point where it's time. You know, I really don't like how you're not touching me right now. After, you know, we had a lot of fun times, I got to the point where he was like, yo, I'm catching feelings for you. So I was like, all right, cool, we should start dating or whatever. And so we started dating, and after we started dating, I would notice, I don't know what it was, he was giving me more so of a best friend vibe. He wasn't even giving me like a boyfriend vibe, which was cool to me, and I never had that before. So, and not put a code on his phone, and it would make me believe like, oh, he's trustworthy, you know, like he's not like hiding anything from me or whatever. Anyways, we started dating, and later down the line, like, he would do some things that were like really funny to me. Like, every time like he was out with me, he wouldn't post me or anything like that, which is cool. Like, I'm not really tripping about a post, but I would notice if he's hanging out with like my friend who put us on, we would post her or whatever. But whenever it came to me, it was almost like he would keep me on video, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like we would go to Fun Spot and he would post everything but that he was hanging out with me, which was kind of weird. I'm not saying like you have to post someone 24/7, but if you're hanging out with me the whole day and like you're only posting like your drinks or you're posting like the ride you're on, like, it's kind of weird to me. So, you know, I chalked it up to maybe I'm being weird, maybe I'm being insecure, whatever. So long story short, he starts living like with his homeboy, like some townhouse. And we would chill all the time, you know. I would go over his house, I would chill. There was one day, what else did I find? I feel like I found some other stuff that was weird too. I'm trying to find you guys, like, before the build-up, what other red flags did I see or notice? But I really didn't notice anything other than the fact that he would post me. So he started living with his homeboy in a townhouse, and I would sleep over his house. Then again, it was far, like it was like an hour and 30 minutes far from my house, but I would still make my way over there to see him. Like, I would deadass on the weekends sleep at his house, and then from the rest of on the weekdays I'd just go to work or whatever. I go over his house, I was sleeping, and then I woke up maybe around, like, this was before because he had to work, I believe, that day or something. I don't really remember, but I remember I woke up before him, way early, before the sun even came up, and I had felt a phone under my pillow, right? And something told me to, hey, go through his phone, you know? Don't ever go through somebody's phone. Like, I hope I was in focus the whole time. So I go through his phone, right? And I'm thinking like, yo, I'm about to find some crazy shit. And when I mean this man had hoes, I'm not even talking regular hoes. He had like Twitter hoes, Facebook hoes, hoes on Tinder, hoes on Instagram, just hoes. And I just don't, like, his phone was unlocked. Remember I told you. I just don't understand, like I get it, but like, bro, lock your phone or something. Don't fucking have your phone unlocked and have all this shit in here, because now it's just like what the, how did the lighting get like this? What the hell? Like, it literally changed in over a second. I'm literally like, how the hell are you talking to this many girls under me nose? You're literally not even trying to hide it. You're not even trying to hide it. And you know what's crazy? I was so mad that I was like, ooh, let me cuddle with him one last time, because I know when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to curse him the fuck out. I slept with him one more night, or I cuddled with him that night. We woke up in the morning and I was like, oh, who's this? Who's that? Why do you have so many holes in your phone? Like, why couldn't you? We could have stayed, like, we didn't have to date, you know? We could have stayed how we was. You didn't have to open up and say, oh, I have feelings for you and all this, which I know how guys are, you know, or certain men. Let me not say all men. Certain men, they want to have their cake and eat it too. I get that. But it's just like, sorry, these lines are really bothering me now. It's like, son, what are you doing? Are you gonna stay up or down? You literally could have just left it how it was. Like, we didn't have to mess around like how we were messing around. We could have just stayed. We could have stayed at B's, and you did not have to even tell your feelings, and we wouldn't have this problem right now. We're having a problem because you created the problem. So here I am, you know, trying to still make things work. His excuse is so stupid. He was like, oh, I was trying to get some girls to come over the house for my homeboys who live with me in the townhouse. I don't even know why I even went into detail to explain to him why that was fucked up, but I did. I still give him another chance. I'm like, whatever, like, I don't know what my deal was. Back then, I wanted to stick it out to the end and see if it'll work, you know? Not even a week later. A week later, I remember his classic weekend. And you know, so everybody was downtown. I didn't want to go downtown because I actually, you know, worked that day, and it was like it would be too late for me to go home, get ready. And he's like, oh, well, I'm going downtown for classic weekend. I'm like, okay, have fun. But I had a feeling, you know, something bad was gonna happen, because I'm like, bro, like, he just cheated on me and now he's still worried about going out and having fun. It's just weird to me because, like, we're not in a good place right now. So then, maybe a couple days later on the weekend, I'm sleeping over, and I think at this time he was trying to find like a decent job. And mind you, I had put him on with a job at my job before, but he messed that situation up. So he starts looking for a job, so he has to go out and a job interview or something that day, the day that I was sleeping over. So he had given me the keys to his house as he knew that I live far away. He was in the shower getting ready for work, or getting ready to go to his job interview. So he was in the shower, and at this point, like, I was very insecure. Like, girl, I could not get over it, but still there was something inside of me saying, no, he's still cheating. I went through his phone again. I know, right? At this point, I should have just broke up with him, but I don't know, I was whatever. So I looked through his phone again. There's a number in his phone that is blocked named D. If I was a guy, I would block the girl's number and put it under a guy's name. I write the number down on my hand because I knew he was coming out of the bathroom soon. And like, I think I was panicking because I very much could have took a picture with my other phone, but I didn't. So I wrote the number down real fast because I think he had like a pen on his nightstand. And he came out, and I was trying to get out of everything in his phone that I was into, but he already seen me on the phone. And he was like, the next time you need my phone, just ask me. You don't have to do all that. So I felt pretty stupid, and I'm like, maybe he is like, maybe I am crazy. Like, this is too much, you know? I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like, well, I meant it, but, you know, I'm sorry I did that. I still have the number on my hand. He don't see that. So he leaves to his job interview. ring, and I decide to call the number. So I called the number. It's a girl. I'm like, hey, I don't want to sound crazy, but I noticed your number was blocked in his phone. Like, she was just like, oh girl, like she was cool. She's like, girl, I know how you feel. I'm trying to figure out who Ted is. I don't know a Ted. Can you send a picture of him to me? And I was like, yeah, I got you. I sent her a picture of Ted. She's like, oh, Ted, I had just met him downtown for a classic weekend. And I was like, oh, that's convenient. Did he mention that he had a girlfriend? No, he didn't mention he had a girlfriend. He was flirting with me the whole night. Him and one of his homeboys. And my homegirl was talking to his homeboy, and I felt like he was a little bit young for me, but he said he's in college and he's trying to work to do this and do that. He was not in college. Like, he was like lying to this girl. So I'm literally sitting there like, wow, like not even a week later and he's back to this bullshit. I was like, oh, well, where do you live? She's like, oh, I stay like 10 minutes away from him, and I know that because he's been telling me to like chill with him, and sometimes he be telling me to take him to work or whatever, or take me places to go pick up some grass. And I'm like, what? So here I am being loyal, and he's out here doing this nonsense yet again. I'm like, girl, we should meet up. Like, we should meet up. We should get him. We should wait for him to get home, and when he gets home, he gonna have some explaining to do. She said, come get me. I live over here. So I'm like, bet. So I go over there, girl. When I mean, this is the most ghettoest place I've seen in my life. There's bullet shells on the floor. There was bullet shells on the floor of the apartment complex. Like, I'm like, who been busting caps over here? Like, what? She was really cool, you know what I mean? She didn't give me bad vibes. She was just more so like, damn, I can't believe that happened to you. She was like, I've been in the same situation with my baby daddy and this and that. I'm sitting there like young, straight out of high school, talking to this dude. I'm just like, what the heck? I'm like, this is so much for me to even grasp. Like, at this point, like, we're talking about the situation and it's just making me mad because I forgave him the week before. So it's just making me more mad and mad and mad. And I finally get to the point where I'm like, I literally text him and I'm like, I'm gonna ask you this one time. Are you cheating on me, yes or no? And bro, so he's like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about, Jade. Is there anything that you need to tell me, yes or no? That's what I said. Is there anything you need to tell me at all? I don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. He's like texting me like, what are you talking about? 5 minutes later, guess whose phone starts ringing? Her phone starts freaking ringing. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like, he's not doing this. He's not doing this. He's not. No, he's not. There's no way you're doing this. So he starts calling her and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone and act normal. Like, I'm not here. Just pick up the phone. I want to see what he says to you. So she picks up the phone and she's acting normal. She's like, hey, what's up? He's like, did you get a text message from my phone? She's like, no, why? What's up? What's going on? And he's literally like, oh, nothing. You know, I was just calling and checking on you. Like, he tries to switch it up. Like, no, I'm just calling and checking up on you. My phone been bugging. You know, like, he just starts lying again, like lying his ass off, like he's used to doing. So he starts lying to her, saying, oh no, I'm just checking on you. And he's like, hey, what are you doing later on? What are you doing later on? Like, as if I'm not at his house right now, chilling in his house that he gave me the keys to. She's like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling. Why? What's up? What you got going on? Oh, well, after this job interview, I'm gonna come pick you up and we're gonna smoke. Mind you, I'm at his house. I'm supposed to be at his house right now, and he's saying all this stuff to her. And I'm literally sitting there like boiling. I'm feeling myself getting so mad, and I get to the point where I'm like, give me the phone, let me talk to him. No, let me say something. I spoiled my own plans because remember, we were supposed to set him up later at the house. I grabbed the phone and I'm like, oh, no, continue. What were you saying to her? I needed to hear this firsthand. And he's literally like, hey, Jade. Like, he knew he was done for. Like, he just knew it. He knew it. There was nothing else to say. Like, I caught you again. Like, we're going down this road again. Bet, like, I'm done with you. Bye. Boom. Hang up the phone. He's calling my phone. And he's not even making sense. Like, he's saying, I'm at the job interview and they're asking for my social. Can you grab my social security card under my bed and tell me the numbers? And I'm literally like, why are you talking to me right now and trying to act normal? Like, I won't take your social and run off. I will scam you, okay? And you're telling me where your social is. Calm down. Mind you, I'm at his house now because I drove back home to his house and I'm just chilling on his bed. I'm thinking like, I should probably say something to him. You know, I should wait here and say something to him so that he knows that I'm done. And then another part of me was like, no, don't freaking stay there. Just go. Like, you know, you don't have to explain nothing. You heard what you needed to hear. Not only did I catch him once, I caught him twice, you know, like twice within the same month. Like, I caught him twice. Like, you're not even hiding anymore. This is really bright. I love this. So if you want to make your dude mad, don't ever ruin his stuff. You can't make it noticeable what you're doing, you know? If you're gonna be angry, I want you guys to channel your anger in a different area, a different realm of your brain. I'm gonna need you to channel your anger into thinking of his necessities. What does he use every day? What does he need? What can he live without? Okay, think about it. So I took all his chopstick. You know how mad he's gonna be when he finds out all his chopsticks are gone? You know? And that's just one thing. I took all his papers that he uses for grass. I took all his lighters. And he had just moved in there, so he had a bunch of beginner necessities. So I took all his deodorant, all his shampoo, conditioner, and it's not okay. Okay, it's not okay. I'm not encouraging any of this. I want you guys to channel your anger. That's on you. Okay, that's all on you. I have nothing to do with whatever happens in your household. And I'm gonna take the lashes I bought today and ruin them. Okay, so you guys kind of missed some of it, but what I did was I put concealer on the eyelashes and then I put it in, like I drenched it in like white. Anyways, yeah. Oh damn, this is damn near black. What is this? It says dark brown, but he did try to hit me up like later on in life, and I tried to accept him back, but then like accept him back as a friend, but then I was like, nah. Like, he also did other shit that was very traumatizing. Not like hit me or anything, but like he did other shit. But and yeah, that was the time I caught somebody cheating. Is this too much? I like this. Alright, I'm done, guys. Bye. See you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.